Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a reading called The Unexpected, and that was the third reading that you voted for. We've done already October predictions and what's happening behind the scenes. So let's see what are the unexpected events happening. I'm not sure what's gonna come through. I want you guys to choose today from objects, from shells actually, and let's see. So pile number one, we have this shell over here. Take a close look. Pile number two, we have this shell. Pile number three, we have this brownish shell. Pile number four. So choose your pick, and I'm gonna see in timestamps. Hello pile number one, so whoever has chosen this shell, let's see what's up. Right, I think I want to channel before what I'm getting for you. I'm getting a mixture of a sword that is kind of like crossing the pentacle. So if you're seeking for clarity in your work situation or in your stability, I think that is relating to that already. So swords is clarity, and pentacles is your foundation, your stability. So if you're not sure if you're gonna start something new or you're gonna have a new offer coming in, it does seem like it's the offer will be there, but it's going to be up to you to notice it. Now, for some of you, maybe you are already in this situation where you're like, I don't know what to do about this. I kind of need clarity, but intuitively what I'm getting for you, it's like the clarity is within you already. There is that sense of you deciding what you want to do with it, you know. And every time I speak about the future predictions, guys, I want you to know that this is the possibility, this is the opportunity for you. You can get this, but your actions will determine if you're gonna grasp it or if you're gonna let it go and you're gonna wait for something else to come. So let's use, I don't even know which deck. The Unexpected. Okay, I want to kind of start with the Tea Leaf Tarot. So let's pull from that and let's see what is up. Pile number one. What's the unexpected event that you don't see happening just yet? What is that unexpected event? Okay. I want two more cards, so bear with me. Wow, okay. One flew out. The unexpected, pile number one. Okay, bear with me here. It's not gonna be only one thing. It's gonna be talking about a couple of other things here too. So now choose your scenario. First off, we have the position of authority, which is the throne in this deck. Then we have a two-faced friend. We're gonna be clarifying these cards. And then we have the older man. It says dealings or relationship with an older man. It can be just, you know, more mature masculine person, so it doesn't have to be a man for all of you. But let me clarify. Let's see. The unexpected, pile number one. Okay. Okay, bear with me. This is very interesting. I don't know if it's gonna vibe with all of you. Okay. What do they want from you? I'm asking questions in my head, okay? So bear with me. Three different stories. Okay, so for some of you, a couple of stories might happen as unexpected event. For some others of you, maybe it's gonna be one story here. I'm gonna be continue pulling from steampunk, and I'm gonna be pulling from, wow, okay, from the animal tarot, the unexpected, pile 1, the unexpected. All right, okay, wow. What a story, man. Okay, what a story. Bear with me here. I don't even know where to start. Now, the throne, the position of authority is being clarified by 10 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Is it me, or can you also see things behind me happening? I don't know. Today is one of those days where I have visitations. It does seem like for pile number 1, if you are dealing with authority or with some kind of formalities, and if you're stressing over it, what you need to know, there is gonna be a person who might be a little bit different, the way they were brought up and the way that you were brought up. There is difference. I'm hearing different grounds. Where's that shadow from? This is so strange in that area. There is some kind of difference to you two. There is a person who might walk in at the right time in the right place, and that's something you don't see happening just yet. I don't even know if you are aware of, all of you, of those formalities and what you're going to be dealing with in the future, but it seems like some kind of official or person who is in a place of authority will be somehow quite influential in your life. And I do think for a lot of you, this is going to be that masculine energy that what I was connecting with the older man. And somehow seems like this person will give you a really, really good advice, what it is that you need to do, or how to come out on top, how to seek for the happiness in that situation. So if you are deciding what it is that needs to be filled in, how to deal with formalities, or how decisions will pan out, what you need to do yourself, it seems like you're coming out on top because of the person that you are meeting in the future. And whoever this is someone who might be living in a different town or different, I don't know why I'm hearing for some of you, suburb, in general, a place. See, visually what I'm seeing, where they located, where they based, that's not necessarily where they are from. And it can be country, it can be city, it can be just like maybe a region. That's how to recognize this person. This person somehow will help you out with some kind of documents. I'm seeing things being written down, planned out. And if you're gonna need advice when it comes to those formalities or authority, look out for a male, or maybe female. It can be both, you know. For one group of you it can be female, for others male, but whoever this is, they're very wise. They have this old spirit about them. I do think that they might be a bit older than you, for most of you. And when it comes to the male persona, I'm seeing that this is someone who probably has facial hair, and maybe they have started balding already. So it can be, you know, these spots, or it can be somewhere at the back. And you're gonna know the way that this older man looks like. Look at his eyes, and the way that this guy looks like from the steampunk. It's not focusing when I show you close-ups, guys, very much with the front camera, but these both people have this look in their eye that they know quite a lot already. You know, they have seen things, they have dealt with things, they're really good in what it is that they do professionally. It can be someone from authority, or it can be just a person who was in authority, or who tends to act as authority for you, so someone you would look up to. And someone will, I do think that for some of you know this person, for others you don't. But the unexpected is that this person almost like will act like a security almost blanket. You know, when you're uncertain about a situation and you're like, I don't know if anyone can help me out. I don't know where to turn. Or for example, I'm just not good in formalities in general or in that field. You're gonna come across a person who's gonna be pretty helpful. Pretty helpful. For some of you, now, that's where the twist is. For some of you, this can turn into some kind of close connection. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic if you're already in partnership, but almost like a friend for life, or maybe a professional that you're gonna come back to all the time. Whatever this person brings, they bring you almost like this loyalty that you need in your life. So if you are single, I'd say, if you're gonna go for advice, or if you're gonna come across a person who acts a bit like a mentor for you in any field, like in any situation, truly, they don't have to be only professional, you know. Try to interpret the situation to your own scenario. But whoever this is, they might end up being like an interest, a romantic interest of yours. And this is someone who will be very supportive, and if you do have children, they'd be great with your kids too. See how many scenarios we've got here? So please try to adapt this situation and take messages that are vibing with you here. Now, this situation will allow you to be a little bit more relaxed. I do think that maybe some of you are dealing with or documents related to household or kids or a past partner. Maybe you want a divorce. For some others, these are your own dealings. Maybe your business, maybe your some kind of forms that you need to fill. And I think for some of you have lost maybe trust in authority or officials, or you have not been successful when finding a right person. So you're gonna come across them, don't worry about that. Now, the situation will make you feel quite relaxed. There's some kind of celebration that will be coming up for you once this is done and over with. Look at the Four of Spring and the Nine of Cups here. A wish is being fulfilled regarding some kind of mentor. So if you're seeking for a mentor in your own life, you're gonna find one, this is saying. Whoever this is, they have a lot of knowledge in that field and they are very experienced. This person will make you feel like you can put your burdens aside and let them deal with it. Because they will know what to do and they're gonna be like, don't worry, I'm gonna fix it. Don't worry, leave it for me. You know, leave it to me. I'm gonna tell you whenever I need you to provide something to me. And I know this reading is very specific, so I'm just gonna roll with it. And this person and this situation will allow you to kick back and relax and celebrate all that you do have. Number 4 is quite important here, as well as number 5. Now, we do have an advice card for you here, pile number 1. It says, be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building walls that keep people out. There needs to be balance between the two, this is saying, okay? Now, the cat. It's not going to be for all of you guys. So if you don't relate to the situation, don't take it seriously. It says a two-faced friend, and I've asked, okay, what's up? So it's one of the unexpected, what I'm seeing here. The person maybe you were close with before and who appeared to be a bit like Knight of Cups. You know, I'm very generous, giving, loving. They might show their face to you maybe the next couple of months or so. We're all in different time frame though. that you're gonna see a different face to this person. So don't be surprised. It's saying this is almost like your heads up. Don't be surprised when people will be showing their true faces to you. This is gonna be to your own advantage, because then we do have the Magician following here. So it might be a person who is trying to get something from you, or maybe it's just the energy that they take from you but don't give back. And you're gonna start noticing that it's very gradual. What I'm hearing, it's gonna be happening gradually. So I wouldn't say don't take this reading as a negative, more so like heads up. That's something to watch out for if you already feel like there is a person like that in your life. Okay, but regardless of this, if you're going to be losing a friend, or if you're going to be losing that connection that you did have with a friend, that close connection, it's saying it's actually happening because you almost like, it feels like you will need to let that go, because you're going to have new people coming in your life. So, you know, maybe that friendship has an expiration date, and you're gonna start noticing that. You're gonna be like, okay, this connection has served its purpose. Now it's time for me to probably move on, because I'm not vibing with you anymore. And people fall out of vibes very often. So it's very important to recognize that once that starts happening, instead of holding on to, right? A bit like in this card here, Four of Autumn. Instead of pushing connections and holding on to it, and asking yourself a million questions like why this is becoming a bit different to what it used to be, see for what it is. And you're gonna start noticing it for what it is. Now, you might start being a little bit distant with this friend of yours, but you're going to have a person who walks in your life who is very trustworthy, very financially stable, and who might take almost like take their place. So it's saying don't think that this is a loss. This is actually going to be a gain. It can be also a situation when you start becoming a bit distant from one person, but then you become a bit more closer with someone that you already know of, you know, and that energy is kind of swapping. So it's saying be open-minded when it comes to that. Whew, this is quite intense. What else is here? I think those who are single here, someone who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge might unexpectedly turn to a connection that you didn't expect to even have in your life. So for example, if you're gonna have a mentor of some sort, or if you're gonna be seeking for a mentor, regardless of, you know, a situation, for some of you authority, for some of you maybe just looking for a spiritual mentor of some sort, would it be male or female? It's saying it might turn to a very close connection and someone that you cherish dearly, because your vibes will be quite similar. And that is what happens, you know, people choose their mentors like they choose their tarot readers on YouTube, the ones that they vibe with. And these are usually the people who have gone through similar situations, or who are learning at a similar pace, or who have done it quite some time ago, and now they can sit and they can give you advice because they've been there and they've done it, right? So I know I noticed this morning that someone has commented on one of the posts of someone else is saying, hey, I noticed how, you know, all the tarot readers that I vibe on YouTube are Leos, and we vibe with certain even tarot readers because we have something in common. And it does seem like you might come across a teacher or a mentor of some sorts that you're gonna vibe with very much, and it's gonna be almost like an unexpected discovery of a connection. So which is really, really nice to see here, hey? So let's see what else. I kind of want to dive into that, you know. I really, really like this this connection that I'm seeing here. Let's see what this person will bring, yeah, shall we? What's gonna start improving in your life once you've met them? What's gonna start improving? This is making sense. I'm using the Cupid deck. Damn, this is so connected. They're gonna clear any gloom and doubt that you have. If you need any questions answered, they're there for you. Do you remember how I said that at the very beginning? They're gonna give you answers. Now, we do have the theft card. It almost seems like this person might warn you about this maybe double-faced or two-faced person, and you're gonna be able to avoid a situation of just a shady situation, or if you're gonna try to maybe push that connection, they're gonna somehow give you a peace of mind that it's, I keep seeing, you know, them stroking your back, like it's fine. It's fine. They're gonna somehow, this is not gonna relate to all of you, guide you, almost like I'm seeing a path that you are taking, and they're gonna be like, okay, let's take maybe an extra bit of walking, and they're gonna take you around some kind of trouble or some kind of drama. It doesn't have to be a big deal, but some kind of drama this person is helping you not to get involved in, if that makes sense. This is quite a strong person, I must tell you. Almost like they come to your life or they cross your path in order to give you clarity, and they bring it out of you. See, you already know deep inside of you subconsciously what you need to do, but you know, sometimes people just need someone to say that, so that they go, okay, now, okay, I knew that, you know, I knew that. I just needed that extra push. And now we do have the success and love card. So I'm telling you, this connection is going to be pretty, can I call it golden? Okay, this is gonna be pretty beautiful. Now again, as I said, you know, people like to take everything just as romance, but you don't have to. Love is love, right? So even if you are married, know that it's not about, you know, cheating on your partner. It's more so about finding a really good person to help you out with, and maybe even possibly your partner too, whenever they need advice, professional advice of some sort. Let's pull a couple of cards for you. What is it that pile one needs to hear? Regardless of the question for this reading, what do you need to hear? We have keeping it in check. It says, pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Yeah, it's saying keep your eyes open, you know, keep your eyes open, see things as they are. Do not try to overly interpret or get stuck in your head. Everything is being shown to us in life, you know, as I like to say, when things are not moving, when we're pushing things, it's already an answer too, right? Or if we don't get an answer from someone for some time, this is already your answer, you know. So keep your eyes open. It's saying pay attention to what is going on around you, keep things in check, and don't move into something too quickly, almost like a fool would do. Like, I really like the Fool card, but in this case, for some of you maybe already feel that you don't need to rush into things, so this is your confirmation. One more. It's saying dive into new depths. It says there is a deeper meaning to what is happening. It says you might be looking at this from the surface, see, and missing what is really going on. There's some kind of hidden info that you already know about, but maybe you don't want to accept it or admit it. Take a moment to pause. Again, pausing is here, right? Not rushing. And breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what it is you are feeling about your current situation. So this is saying your gut feeling is correct, guys. Pile number one. You already know everything. You don't even need to look at this probably reading. You're like, I know. I just needed to hear that. Ciao, bye, thanks. You know. One more card. One more card. It says seeing both sides. Take a sorry, I can't speak anymore, guys. I can't. I don't know. Thanks for sticking with me. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. There is something that is happening in your life that you might not, like, you kind of know what it means and why things are happening the way they are, but maybe there is a little bit, I need to dive a bit deeper into it, but at the same time stay grounded and see things as they are, almost like I'm seeing a 7 of Cups situation here. Do not get disillusioned. This is saying you're going to be making up your mind easier, right? Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective, seeing both sides. Maybe you need to see both sides of disagreement, the both sides of maybe it seems like someone might have gotten into conflict with someone else, and if that's the case, you might need to see from this other person's perspective too, you know, how they feel about it, and maybe why they have done something that they have done or said what they said. Okay. Whew, that was quite an intense one, pile number 1. This is not going to be for all of you, so I truly hope that this reading found those who needed to hear that particular message, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Tribe, thanks for coming back. Love you as always. Hello, pile number 2. So whoever has chosen the second shell here, I'm going to be using the Tea Leaf Tarot. I'll pull 3 cards and let's see what is the unexpected event or scenario of some sort coming up for you. I'll show you cards as I speak. I'll also be clarifying them with a steampunk deck, okay? So we're starting with Valley. It says deep personal strength and peace that assure success. We like that very much, paired up with 4-leaf clover. It says great good fortune. I mean, you quite you're born under a lucky star, pile number 2. I don't know if you've noticed that already. Some of you might be, you know, my life is shit. I get people like that all the time in the comment section. Now this is saying if you felt like your life wasn't like you wanted it to be, or things were very difficult, you're gonna start noticing big improvements in your life. Even if you've been lucky all along, there's just like a limited growth. That's what I'm hearing for pile 2. And then we have Peacock. Be aware of great pride. So that's something that you're going to be aware of. When things will be going the way you want them to, it's saying make sure you stay humble, okay? Make sure you stay humble. So let's talk about this personal strength and peace that assures success and good fortune. What is that about, pile number 2? Pile 2, what is the unexpected event here? I keep on paying attention to number 6 and number 4 in my head. Okay, I pulled the first number 6 and I pulled the second one just now, so it makes sense. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups. Okay. Wow. Triple sixes and 6 of Swords. Here we go, bam. Okay. The unexpected. And the 3 of Wands, guys. Pile number 2, whoever has chosen this pile, it seems like the unexpected is very connected to some kind of movement. It can be physical movement for most of you. You coming back to a place or a project, and then the Queen of Swords, a place or a project that you were familiar with from the very beginning. So if you're seeking for improvement in your life, it's saying go back to basics. And that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be going back to basics in order to balance out what it is that needs balance in your life right now. And for a lot of you, it has to do with some kind of relocation or travel or exploring new ventures of some sorts. That is what's going to bring you this personal strength and peace and good fortune. Someone hasn't slept very well, because I keep wanting to yawn in this reading. Maybe you overworked, some of you guys. Your head might be quite active at night time, your mind. Because you're trying to make some kind of decision and you don't know what to choose. You're like, okay, how do I go about this? And the way to go about this, it's saying put yourself out there first. You have to go and show yourself to the world, however you want to interpret this, so that things can start moving forward for you. Yeah, look, I keep pulling cards that are referring to travel. There is a plane above this page of cups here. It's saying it's up to you if you want to relocate or if you want to change maybe places or domestic environment. And I think you're going to do it sooner or later. But what you don't see happening just yet, that is going to have some kind of similarity to what you are familiar with from your past. So there might be a person whom you're going to meet who is going to feel quite familiar, or the place where you're going to is the place that you thought of before. And it's not like a completely new location or new job or whatever it is that you are thinking of right now. It feels very familiar. You've been there before, it's saying, or you had some kind of connection to it. If it was a project, you had a connection to it when you were younger or in your past. And I think that is what the unexpected is for you, because you might be thinking, yeah, and it's gonna come quite unexpectedly. You might be thinking right now, you know, maybe coming up with new ideas or how to go about things, you know, and you're trying to figure out new ways how to improve your life. But what you don't see happening is that this is not gonna be, yes, it's gonna be a new situation, but it's also gonna have like this touch of old. And I don't know why, but it makes me feel, this pile number 2 makes me feel like home. You make me feel like home. Bear with me. Yeah, this is like a light bulb moment that's gonna come through to you. And you know what? This decision that you'll be making. See, look at this page, knight, sorry. This knight seems like it's out of place because of the way it's dressed over here, right? And the whole... See, this is a female. She's wearing almost like masculine outfit, and not dressed accordingly to the culture or the location. So it's saying don't be surprised if you decided to do something that is maybe opposite or quite new, because what you've been planning before, it might be adjusted for you, but you are the one who's gonna be doing that. You're gonna come up with this idea, and there's gonna be a situation where you might be questioning yourself, what is it that I don't see behind the scenes? Why are things not the way I want them to? You know, why have I been emotionally let down in the past? And what is it that I'm not seeing? And this is going to be part of a plan somehow. You're going to be put in a situation that is not emotionally fulfilling to you, where it's going to somehow cause you to make up your mind to do something that might feel a little bit, I keep hearing, out of place or out of character, or something that you didn't even plan doing or you said no to before. You know, this part is almost like never say never. That's what I'm seeing here. Never say never. Okay. Bear with me. This was messy. Okay. Yeah, your unexpected has to do with some kind of change and walking away. So you might not think that the situation that you're dealing with right now is going to be something that you might be leaving in the future. Because I keep looking at the 6 of Swords and the 3 of Wands here. And now we have the Ace of Pentacles. And it almost seems to me that you are going to be making quite a massive shift. I I'm hearing bye until the next time. That's what I'm hearing. But you're going to a place that is gonna be very balancing for you, and it's going to feel quite nostalgic somehow. And I don't know how you're gonna interpret this to your own situation, but it does seem like it's gonna happen quite unexpectedly. It's gonna happen quick, fast. The decision will be made quite fast, very much like out of blue. And what is going to be happening around you at that time is going to be determining what kind of decision you'll be making. So some kind of you might be emotionally drained or fed up or tired, and life will be showing you where to go from there. And where to go from there, it almost feels like it's not where you are right now. And it's not gonna be for all of you guys, so please remember how many people are watching this reading, right? Look, and I'm pulling Chariot, and I'm pulling cards as I'm speaking. Travel, big time, relocation, maybe seeking for a job that is somewhere further away, or going to a specific location and finding great fortune over there. So something has to change in your life unexpectedly. You're gonna be making this decision unexpectedly somehow. And I keep hearing, you know, if you asked me 2 years ago, I would never be able to understand that that's the decision I'll be making, you know. But it's gonna be very exciting because that change, physical change of some sorts, right? It's going to bring you a lot of strength and peace of mind and good fortune. Now, once you make that change and once you start noticing how your life starts falling into places and everything just improves, and I'm seeing like a blooming garden, you know, and a lot of luck, and everything is just the way you want it to be. Remember, yeah, a lot of structure in your life. Remember not to be, to keep your humble self up, you know, like be a humble one. If you want to maybe help out other people how to get to a place they want to be, you could, because you could be a good advisor or someone who gives great shares good information with other people how to do things. Somehow this will have quite a big impact to other people too. So maybe people will look up to you. How did you do that? What did you do to get there, to that stage of life, you know, to that maybe place, location? What needed to be done? And Pile 2 feels to me almost like starting a new life. You are starting a new life. And it can be somewhere where there is more greenery, or somewhere that feels like home. That's what I'm seeing. So let's pull a couple of advice cards from, how is it called? I never remember. There is anyway a link down below in the description box to all the decks that I use on this channel. Okay, advice, Pile 2. It says, replacing what was lost. Quite interesting. It says, now you have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. See, create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. We know that already with 4-leaf clover. So that's how your card looks like. I'm paying attention in pile number 2 to all the warm colors, you know, all tones of red, because we do have the Valley card, and I'm looking at that red sun over here. I'm also looking at this card here, and there's a bit of red undertones in the Peacock too. And red for me is passion. Okay, advice for pile number 2. We have pushed to the surface. It says you may have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. So almost like pushing through the surface here. Again, for me, this is renewal of some sorts, right? renewal, seeing things from a different perspective, like a restart. One more. Gliding through currents. It says, with a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. And we do have grace, peace, good fortune in this number too, so it feels very good to me. It says, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. And that's how it looks like. So I truly hope that pile 2 have found those who needed that. And I hope it made sense. And I'm going to catch you in the next one. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. Bye. Hello, pile 3 people. So whoever has chosen this shell here, we're looking at your reading. I'm going to be pulling from Tea Leaf Tarot first. And we're going to be clarifying with your steampunk deck. So let me see if I'm not going to drop this deck because it's super hard to shuffle. Oh, damn. Okay, here we go. Right, one more card. The unexpected pile number 3. So we're starting with finger. It says, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Don't freak out. We're going to figure it out what it is talking about. Then we have crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Really nice. We'll take that. Then we have hills, obstacles to overcome. Okay, so hills already talks to me about this finger card, saying warning of a problem either now or in the near future that you will overcome. Okay? Well, you don't even need to be told that, right? We all overcome problems. Okay, let's tune in. Let's talk about finger first, then crown, and then hills. What is the unexpected event for you guys here? What is the unexpected event? Ooh, damn. 6 of Wands is here. And it is clarifying the crown, which is honor and respect that will come to you. But you don't see that just yet because look what's happening. We have the moon reversed and I feel it reversed. Pile number 3. Okay, we already know what's that about. Yeah. Wow. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. I really don't know where those shadows are coming from. I thought it was from my necklace, so I covered it, but it's really not. I don't know, but I kind of like it. The crazy things going on there. Okay, pile 3. We need to talk because the life that you will have, see, what you're afraid of is the uncertainty, right? And who's not afraid of that? With time, you'll learn how to enjoy the uncertainty. But that takes quite a lot of self-work and trust. So we have these 2 cards. And then we have the Tower. Don't freak out, okay? This is good stuff. And then we have the 8 of Swords. In between, we have the Page of Swords. This is a very, very clear story to me. You guys are so afraid of the how you're gonna be, how can you reach this respect and I don't know why, for some of you I'm hearing publicity. For some others, how can you be respected, right? How can you be respected and seen in a, I don't know, seen by, would it be social media or important people? How can you gain more followers or people who believe in you, in general, respect and recognition? How can I be the winner of a situation? You know that you're gonna be a winner already. The unexpected for you is that some things that you might be thinking that are scary for you will actually be the things that will put you on top. And it seems like you guys might be delaying it because you're like, honestly, like, I'm not sure if I can deal with this. I'm not sure if I can put myself out there, right? I'm not sure if I can be the one who starts doing something, who starts showing myself to the world, or maybe travels even somewhere, right? I'm not sure if I want to jump on that hot air balloon. Maybe I'm scared of heights. So all the fears, particularly one fear that you have, is sometimes holding you back from that crown that you are going to be claiming. See, for a lot of you, you have already dealt with it. So what you don't see happening behind the scenes, that you're going to be more popular, more recognized, more successful than you probably imagine right now. And what is going to help you to succeed is actually fighting with those fears that you have and the uncertainty. And it does include also, you know, putting yourself in a situation that is not very comfortable, or knocking down some of those walls and rebuilding your life. And it really, you know, I don't know if you're new to my channel or not. Let me have a sip of drink. But I feel pulled to share. If you are old to my channel, you like, stop talking about it, I'm bored, stick with me. No, I don't share it like all the time, but people who follow me know. You know, when I put myself out there to the uncertainty, you know, when I was like, okay, I'm gonna completely change my life, quit the job that I have invested a lot of time in, and a lot of money in education, a lot of blood and tears. When I decided to let that go, I didn't share with a lot of people what I'm gonna do, because I was so certain that that's what I need to do as part of my life. I think I talked about it with my close friends or people who knew what I'm doing. That's when my life changed and I became my best version of self, and my quality of life have changed. So it does seem like for some of you, you're gonna have to let go of something that hasn't already expired for you in order to gain this Six of Wands, you know, winner position. A lot of you, I feel like you've done it already, so now you're just waiting for your fruit of labor to come in. But guys, pile number 3 is the most we're talking about what's the unexpected, and for you truly it's a bit different though. What you need to do is stop being worried, stop pointing fingers, because I'm looking at that finger. For some of you, maybe you're waiting for the outside some kind of forces to come in and change your life. See, you are the one who's holding yourself back sometimes, and you already know that. So what you're going to be preparing to do is to show yourself to the world somehow. You're going to be showing yourself to the world. There is some kind of fear that it's being hidden in you, and you're like, I'm not comfortable with that, or I'm not sure if I'll succeed. But deep down inside of your core, you know that you will be great at this, and your life will change drastically. And that's something that you subconsciously are afraid of, and you might be holding yourself back from it a bit. This is big or shadow or self-sabotage pile, but you are quite aware of this already. You're aware of this already. You already know that you're gonna be able to overcome those hills, right? Look, this guy has jumped on that hot air balloon, and we do see some, you know, kind of hills or uneven ground here. He saw those hills and he's like, how do I get to from the place A to the point B, right? He's like, let me jump on this hot air balloon. Yeah, I'm scared of heights, but whatever, you know, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. Some others of you, you're gonna take a plane, you know, to feel a bit more comfortable. So there are a couple of ways to go about this, but it does seem like it's going to involve facing some kind of fear of yours. But the success you know, and we do have that saying, success is on the other side of fear, and this is so 100% true, guys. I can't even. Okay, let's see more about the situation. What is the unexpected? Let's continue from that Six of Wands here. It seems like you're gonna act a bit like an example to other people too, how to make decisions or how to overcome your fears or difficulties that you maybe, your shadow that you had to deal with. The scary bits, you know, that might be traumas from the past, you know, something maybe from past life or your childhood. And you know that you deserve this almost, I want to say, luxury recognition, you know, being popular somehow. But you're like, oh damn, you know, I know that it's mine, but at the same time I'm kind of scared, you know. But for you guys, the unexpected is gonna be it seems like you're gonna be facing more fears from then on. Once you take that first step, what you don't see happening just yet, it's gonna act a little bit like adrenaline for you, you know. You're gonna be like, okay, I faced this fear, so I want to try this out now, and there's gonna be no stopping from there. No stopping from there. Those challenges and overcoming your fears will become part of your life. And it's interesting, you know what? It reminded me of a story of one guy. I really don't remember his name, but I think it was on a YouTube channel called, what is that? Called Yes Theory. And they talk to this guy, you know, those guys who, and again, hills. He had this rope between two massive hills, and I don't know how high he was up there. But when they were talking, I think he was one of the best guys when it came to crossing that lean. How is it called? Lean is not the name, because I'm already interpreting from Lithuanian. But let me know, because my English is broken. So basically, they started talking about how did he get into this? You know, how are you not afraid? You know, how are you not afraid to look down and see yourself, you know, miles up in the air? And he goes, you know what? That was actually my worst fear. And the worst fear that I had was actually heights. And that became his path. So for you guys, that is the unexpected. Something that you seem to be subconsciously or consciously afraid of is going to be your success. I'm really, really happy for pile number 3, because it seems like a lot of you already know that, and you're like, I know, but I just need to brace myself, you know? I just need to brace myself. Okay, let's continue with the Six of Wands here. Fear of failure for some of you. Fear of failure. Yeah, look, the Six of Wands is clarified by strength. So now I'm kind of continuing this journey, okay? So once you have faced all of those cards that we talked about, I want to see almost like a continuation, how it's gonna go from there. How will your life look like from then on? Okay. 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 I want to say, guys, pile number 3, your tribe is waiting for you. So whatever it is that you'll do, you will meet people on the way who are on the same vibe, and you're going to be sharing quite a lot of interesting or even dangerous stories, you know, facing that shadow, sharing with each other. Yeah, what it was that you went through and how you came out on top with this 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups now. Right? So how did I face, maybe for some of you, my addiction of some sorts, or you dealt with someone. See, we're twisting the stories here already. Maybe someone else needed to hear something that is a bit of a different scenario. How did I face my addiction of some sorts? And we have many addictions, right? And how I came out on top. Now, continuing with the Six of Swords, Wands, we have the Strength, and we have Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So from then on, your life seems to it seems like someone might want to invest in you with the middle card here, the Four of Pentacles, or you're gonna start saving money for the things that you might not thought that you could save money for, but it's gonna give you a lot of peace of mind here. That stability that you'll create is gonna give you a peace of mind, comfort, security. Money will be affected, your finances will be affected, as well as the peace of mind. And you guys, somehow through facing, you know, those difficulties in your life, you will be not only using it as stories for other people, how to help them out to go through that, but you might come up with some kind of maybe project or idea, or maybe vlog or blog or channel of some sorts. How do I deal with these situations? But whatever the case, you're quite public. That's what I'm seeing here. You're quite public, or you do have a lot of people looking up to you, one or the other. One or the other. I kind of want to pull, yeah, and a lot of new friends will be coming in your life. There's a lot of fun that you'll be having, pile number 3. If you feel like you've been kind of hiding yourself from the world, you know, in one way or another, it's saying that's gonna be no more. But once you do overcome this, some kind of a fear that you do have, for you guys, I want to pull from a different deck. At the very end, we're gonna pull like a message for you from the Magic of You Oracle deck, and I'll read it out for you, okay? What is it that you need to face before you're successful? We have free yourself, and there's one more message for someone else out there. Okay. And protection, set personal boundaries. Now it's interesting how the colors in this deck, we have various of colors, you see that? Now the cards that I've pulled for you, they have very similar color tones. See, kind of grayish, kind of whitish. Okay, let's see. Let's start from the Liberation card. It says free yourself. You see how there is like a swan or a snake. I don't know what it is. Kind of suffocating this lady. Let me have a sip of drink. And it says, liberation is the codependency card. So, you know, the addictions that I talked about. It's time to liberate yourself from toxic people who might have been soft and seductive in life once, but are now smothering you. Now, it doesn't have to be people, you know, it can be just situational addiction of some sort. It says the girl of liberation was once seduced by the soft embrace of the swan, but now its deathly gaze signifies all life is gone and she is trapped by its snake-like coils crushing her essence. It is time to unwind the tentacles wrapped around you, be they those of lovers, family members, any people with intimate access to you. Recognize who is lifting you and who is pulling you down. The tentacles might also be that of a job or learning environment. It is time to move on when Liberation card appears. In a situation of codependency, remember, you are holding each other back. So although you may feel that you owe it to another to stay and continue, liberation reminds you that it is not only you who is being held back, it is the other person too. Take action and free yourself and them. So now interpret this connection how you want it to. You know, is it maybe a situation? Have you been stuck in, you know, in the same routine, in the same job, and you became codependent? I don't know why for some of you I heard codependent to comfort, you know, not wanting to step out of a comfort zone. So it can be a thing for some of you. Now let's talk about the protection card. Set personal boundaries. It does seem like, guys, you might be given tiny bit too much, you know, to something or someone, and that's not yours. That is not your path. Okay, let's see. It says, boundaries, it's time to set them. Small areas of ugliness are blinding you to the greater beauty that is your rightful environment. The girl of protection anchors herself softly in the present moment. Yet her back of white thorns shields her from the negative naysayers of the outside world. She is not defined by her thorns, but she keeps them ready. Of particular significance with this card is setting electronic, very interesting, boundaries around phenomena like social media. This might be one more addiction, right? Or needing to set boundaries with people on social media. At this time, people around you who have been allowed access to your space may not have your best interest at heart. Now, this is for someone out there. How much are you sharing of your life online? Or what kind of people you allow to follow you. It says, protect yourself, do not suffer fools, and do not be hardened by others' cruelty. Have compassion for their wounded souls, and yet set firm boundaries. Just because they are hardened, it doesn't mean that you have to be. Be soft but strong. Now, I want to talk about this a bit more. There is a difference from being nice to people who might be a little bit, wounded and stuff. And there is a difference. I think not enough people are talking about it. We all talk about, being nice to one another or killing people with kindness. I'm all about balance. If, I see that person is truly wounded and they really need to work with themselves, I don't get involved. But when someone gets in my business too much, and it's happening maybe over time, you're gonna know that those thorns are gonna come out of my back, and I'm not gonna be the one who's suffering, from that person's behaviors. So this is also very important, how to know how not to, allow the toxicity to be put on you continuously, because that's when you're gonna become someone who soaks everything in. Even if you feel like you're not being affected, why do you need that situation in your life anyway, So know how to deal with people like that, to be very assertive, calm, and tell them, hey, that's not that I want to do anymore, or that's this communication is not happening. That is going to be the most important point. How can you become collective and assertive? Or when you turn into someone who is being, when you soak up too much and you hold it in you and then it bursts out, it can be a bit like a war zone. So don't let yourself get there. Once you see something that is not comfortable to you, or is not maybe if you do something and you're not being appreciated the same way, or something is being a little bit unfair to you, and not a little bit, just unfair to you, make sure to assertively speak your mind, pile number 3. And maybe for some of you that can be one of those fears, being afraid to speak your mind, because when you do become successful, especially visible for the crowds, because you're going to be quite visible, pile 3, what happens then, you're going to encounter a lot of people on your path who might be rude, who might be, assholes, who might be somehow, offensive. And it almost feels like you're being prepared, almost like a soldier, before you jump into this mission of yours. So that was a little bit of a story here. I hope this made sense and is reading upon those who needed to hear that. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile 4. So we're looking at the unexpected. I'm gonna be using the Tea Leaf Tarot, and we'll be clarifying it. So whoever, by the way, has chosen this shell right here. Okay, let's break it now. Right here. By the way, there is a shadow that is very weird here. I don't know where this reflection is coming from. I kind of like it. Okay, let's see. The unexpected, pile number 4. This is so strange now. It's gonna be for someone quite specific. You really need to go and eat because you're quite hungry now. And when I started doing this pile, I had this urge to eat. So maybe pay attention to your nutrition, or intervals when you eat, anything along those lines. Okay, pile 4, the unexpected. Right, wow, okay. Tarot is already shouting at me. Let's see, the unexpected. Wow, okay. I want this card. And there was one on the floor somewhere. Oh no, there is two. But I'm not feeling them, so I'm not gonna take them because I was like, uncertain. But what I know for pile 4, I wanna pull one more card where I was pulling 3 cards for other decks. And your cards are all over the place, so it seems like there's a lot coming through here. Yeah, it's like they're falling. I don't even need to shuffle them. Ooh, okay. So we're starting with, we have dogs. It says, getting together with friends. Then we have, and it screams loyalty, right, with dogs. Then we have misunderstanding. We're gonna be clarifying these cards with steampunk. Then we have candle, and it's quite spiritual for me. Every time I see this card, it says you will be shown the way. And interestingly, we have a torch, and it says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So this is one of those very spiritual piles here that I'm seeing already. So let's see. Okay guys, you're either tired or you're hungry, because I want to yawn for pile 4 too. There's one more pile that was quite drained as well. Okay. Yeah guys, need to get some rest a bit, hey? The unexpected pile number 4. Yeah, it's definitely unexpected because you're not going to see it coming with a moon card. And again, this is very intuitive pile for me. Okay, I'm gonna show you cards in a minute. I must say pile number 4, you have a very strong spiritual connection to someone, a spirit, an entity. I don't know which energies you're working with, if you're aware of, you're not aware of it, but you're being shown quite a lot of information through dreams, and sometimes you don't notice it, it seems like. And there is a very strong spirit around you that is showing you the way at all times. It's up to you to notice that. Okay, let's clarify the misunderstanding card for the wall. It's clarified by the 8 of Cups, as well as the 7 of Cups, which is interesting, and the Queen of Cups. All cups, hey. And the 10 of Cups. So that misunderstanding is a good one, actually. Maybe you're going to be... This is not more so the misunderstanding that you'll be dealing with, the unexpected. It's going to be... You're going to be pulled between 2 things. What I'm seeing here with the 2 of Pentacles. What do I do? And it has a connection with some kind of collaboration here. And you might be thinking, hey, do I want to collaborate with this person or do I not? Would it be work-wise? Would it be just friendship-wise? Okay. And it seems like you're going to decide to leave misunderstandings aside or doubts aside and to continue to somehow come from your heart space. So maybe before you were quite closed off, like that wall that we are seeing here. I'm hearing heart of stone because of the past events. And you're opening your heart much more now to the people around you. So you might encounter a situation where maybe you're really close to someone, right? Like a friend or family member, partner. And you kept maybe hiding something, or you kept not wanting to talk about certain things. Something that is bothering you deep inside. And it can be to do with maybe some kind of unhealthy maybe mindset or something that you're struggling with mentally, and you will be opening up to a person. And this is a very personal pile number 4, and maybe you don't expect that happening just yet. Maybe if you're not dealing with that, that might be a person coming through and saying, hey, you know what, I didn't want to tell you this, but I'm actually, you know, for example, if you see someone and they feel like they look like they have their shit together in life, and you put them on a pedestal, and this hand of mine is hurting, so some of you need maybe a bit of stretching or move your hands around or something along those lines, especially if you're working in the office and you keep working, you know, keep holding the mouse. Sometimes there might be a blockage in your nerve, you know, and you need to kind of move it around a little bit. But I lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so you do have someone who has everything sorted. That's the way you see it. But you might come across, I don't think that this is you guys. For some of you, it might be. You'll come across a situation, like a very honest talk that you don't see just yet. That someone who is they might have their own business, or they're very independent, one or the other, and they might open up to you in a way where you're like, wow, this person is actually dealing with so much. And I never expected them to be going through certain things. Some kind of a story will come out that will kind of surprise you about the person who you're very close with. And they're gonna be almost like pouring their heart out to you. And this can be part of your job though. But the person that this information will be coming from, you won't expect it to come from them. They'll be very safe sharing information with you, and you might act as a person, or would it be a spirit that I talked about who is guiding you, or you're gonna be like that torch for someone else. Keep on going, keep on going. So someone who has their shit together, it seems like they trust you a lot, and they see you. It's like they put you on a pedestal, and maybe you put someone else, and you're gonna be so surprised that, hey, how can this person ask help from me where I thought that they have everything in order, and they trust me so much to open up to me about these things. They might be opening up about their maybe personal battles or relationship of some sorts, and they're like, you know what, maybe it's time for me to talk about my romantic relationship, and you might find out a lot of information that you were not aware of before. This is quite interesting. In very particular story, so it's not gonna be for all of you, so I truly hope that this reading finds those who needs to hear that. This situation of sharing and opening your hearts is going to lead to some kind of very okay, wow, to a very intense connection and possibly a new venture of some sort. There's a lot of love in pile 4. This is someone who is of your soul family for sure, and they might give you some kind of suggestion, or you might offer something to them. Hey, let's start this venture. Through talking, you're gonna come up with some kind of idea. Through opening your heart, you're gonna come up to some kind of venture idea, maybe new opportunity, something that is within your grasp, I'm hearing. And whoever this person is, you're gonna be vibing with them very much. Now, this is quite a particular story, very straightforward, but I hope you'll be able to interpret it your own way here. A very trusting connection will be coming through. A lot of loyalty is happening. This can be this King of Wands energy, maybe someone who does have this fire energy in them. But whoever this is, they're very passionate, and maybe they're gonna be at this point in their life, maybe that they have lost motivation, or they need an extra spark, and you're gonna cross their path. But it does seem like this is someone that you might know of already. It doesn't have to be, but the connection will feel very renewed even if you do know this person, like almost recognizing a connection that was there all along, but somehow restarting it and it's gonna become, it's very unexpected. This is very unexpected. Guess the topic of a reading, right? Yeah, because the High Priestess is here. This is a spiritual connection of some sorts that I'm seeing here. I want to dig into this. Tell me more. This is all about that connection and opening your hearts to one another and possible collaboration. So some kind of difficulty might put you together with a person once you talk about your difficulties or their difficulties, might put you together in order to create something in life or to create some kind of endeavor that is quite new. A new idea will come out of it. It can be spiritual, or this just can be so hidden from you just yet that the High Priestess is like, don't tell them all the secrets. But let's see what this pile needs to know about this. Okay. Guys, you are meeting quite a lot of people through the spirituality. It seems like you're meeting quite a lot of people. There are options for you out there. People will make you feel at ease, but once you create something with one of those people, everything will start moving forward for you. Yeah, but you're gonna have to be patient with it. You know, slow and steady wins the race, and that's what I'm seeing here. So even if you're gonna be dealing with connection, it's saying, remember, slow and steady wins the race, okay? And you're gonna start getting offers maybe from overseas, or messages being sent from overseas, or some kind of a travel suggestion I'm seeing. Wow, okay, what about this venture of yours? Magician is here. This is a magical pile. You might create something that you don't expect just yet. And it's gonna be very intense energetically. It's going to be very beneficial to your soul, and it's gonna involve a couple of other people. One of them you're gonna start with, and then I see a couple of other people joining in. And all of those people seem to have the same motive or the same idea or vision. And you're gonna be working on holding that torch for other people somehow and being those lights for other people. Very close friendships, very close connections, a very kind of, you know, predestined project of some sorts that I'm seeing here. Bam, look. The Ace of Cups here, that is going to make you feel spiritually free. So you're gonna be feeding your soul through a creation or new project or idea of some sorts, and it's gonna bring you quite a lot of peace of mind. And those who have been stung by a bee recently, I must say that this is like an extra message for you, that this is actually your pile, because I just had the sensation almost like a bee stung me. So pay attention to bees in general, because those bees will be representations. It can be wasps for some of you too, but not mostly. Representation of that new project, new endeavor, you know, things manifesting for you. But you know how I like to say about manifestations, it's not like, you know, things are being done for you. You're gonna be doing things, and you're gonna be joining this universal power with your own, in order to create a stability, maybe live in a house that you want to live, because this Queen of Pentacles is very proud where she is, and she's a bit cocky sometimes. She's like, look at me, see, look at my face, you know, look at how much I have, chilling, you know. So financial gain through a connection or a project that you might not see happening just yet, it's gonna happen quite organically, because you guys are people who listen to your gut feelings and you trust your intuition, because you're very developed in that area. So keep on doing what you're doing here. And remember that something good can be created out of something that might feel a little bit conflicting or uncertain. And the Knight of Wands goes and does things, even though he feels like he's out of place or out of comfort, because that's how I see this card every time. The way he's dressed and the environment he's in, it's not matching for me. So maybe you're gonna visit a place that is not where you are right now, and things will be happening very quick from then on. almost like wow. It's this pilot saying get ready for the progress. Damn, the Emperor is here too. Get ready for your life to be much more structured in the future, and it's gonna be quite quick and unexpected. First off, you're gonna be taking steps to get there, listening to your gut feeling, and then on, it seems like a power or a force will be taking everything over and helping you out along the way. Wow, okay, that's what I'm seeing for pile 4. Bear with me, I'm gonna be pulling from the Ocean deck. Let's see what are your advice cards for you right now. What does pile 4 need to hear right now? What does pile 4 need to hear right now? It says, distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. Then we have rediscover your zeal. I really like this card. It says, pay attention to the passion you are feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality again, travel, your work or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. And that's how you're gonna start things, right? Then one more. Pile 4, one more. Help appears in various ways. It says there is much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift you forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. Ask for help when you need to. Ask for inspiration. Maybe ask for ideas. Communicate with other people about your ideas, those that you trust. Talk to people who are maybe in similar ventures or who do have knowledge about it, and kind of exchange. So that is what I have for pile 4. Tribe, thank you for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you in the next one.